And are you refreshed?
Yes.
Good. You're ready to continue?
I am.
So tell us about winning the lottery.
It would feel extraordinarily good.
It would. It would. Future tense. What does it feel like to, now our question is going to be better this time.
Okay.
What does it feel like to be a vibrational match to winning the lottery? Feel the difference? What would it feel like if something that hasn't happened would happen? What does it feel like to be in a place of something happening? There's a distinction that is important.
Sure.
So what does it feel like to be in the vibrational vicinity of winning the lottery? What does that feel like? What does that feel like? How do you feel being there?
It feels that I'm there and I'm capable of doing anything that I want.
Capable of doing anything that I want. Feel how this feels. I'm capable of doing anything that I haven't done before. I'm capable. There's a little defiance in that. Can you feel it? I'm capable. I deserve it. It's defiant too. What does it feel like to be there? It would feel. Still feels future tense, doesn't it? It would feel, because you see, you've been, you and everybody else just about have been facing reality, so it doesn't feel like the place you are. It feels like the place that you want to be, but it feels to you like you need to win the lottery and then you'll be there. But that isn't the way the law of attraction works. You've got to vibrationally be there, and then the means comes. So try to describe what it feels like to be in that vibrational vicinity. Can you feel what we're getting at? If I need it, I'm not there. If I want it, I might be there. If I'm justifying it, I'm for sure not there. If I'm appreciating it, I'm there. If I expect it, I'm there. If I need it to compensate for something, I'm not there. In other words, you have to find a way of working the kinks out of your own vibration. You have to vibrationally be there. Most people say, Abraham, I want to be over there. And we say, well, tell us what it's like to be over there. And they say, I can't, I'm over here. Which is just about what just happened.
Right.
Well, but what would it like to be over there? Well, I don't know. Give me the jackpot and I'll tell you later. I'll tell you what it's like, but you have to fashion the vibration. You have to stop doing the thing you do that keeps you from being there. And that thing that you do that keeps you from being there is a practice thing. How do you feel about people who are magnificently, let's use a different word. How do you feel about people who are excessively wealthy? How do they strike you?
As powerful as living the life that is capable of living a life that they want to live.
Really good answers. How do you feel about really, really rich people? It's important because you're telling us you want to be one.
Sure.
And if you want to be one, then you gotta really appreciate those who are that. And most people don't. Most people say, well, I'll be different when I'm rich. I'll be rich, but I'll be nice.
Sure.
But they're rich and not so nice. And we say there's vibrational discord going on in there, isn't there? Some kinks that have to be worked out. In other words, you can't need and be in a place of desire at the same time. They're different frequencies. You can't ask a question and have an answer at the same time. They're different frequencies. You can't be aware of not enough money and be in a place of receiving plenty of money. They're different frequencies. So you have to practice the frequency, and then the means will, then the winning lottery ticket, etc., 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 comes into your experience, you see.
I get that.
So what does it feel like to be in the vibrational place of of large amounts of money flowing through your creative experience. What's that like?
It feels great. It feels like a great relief from a lot of burdens.
All right, now see, there it is. Now, you're right, but burden is the operative word. In other words, burden's what's active. You're trying to overcome a burden. And we started there today. You can't overcome a burden because the burden gets bigger when you look at the burden. So you have to not do that. So we're just going to keep harassing you.
Okay.
Because we know you get it intellectually, and really it's not even fair for us to ask anyone to all of a sudden stop offering a vibration that they've been offering for a while and offer another one. But if there was ever a time for someone to do it, it would be in an environment like this, where we can see what's in your vortex, and we believe your vortex more than we believe your current physical reality. In other words, we know what's in your vortex, and what's in your vortex is incredibly pleasing to you. And we could find the words to describe what's in your vortex, and you might hear them and like the sound of them, but the work needs to be done by you. You have to find the words. You have to find the feeling. Just listening to us speak about it is like watching a movie of someone else's life. You have to find it and know it and feel it, you see.
I do.
So you practice it by saying, well, it wouldn't be so bad to win the lottery. I think I could handle the abundance just coming into my life experience all at once. I think I'm up for that. I think I'm capable of handling those kinds of resources. There are a lot of things that I've planned for a long time that it would flow those kinds of resources towards. So I think I'm up and ready for that. So now talk to us about that. How, if it's a $94 million jackpot, how much will come to you immediately?
Approximately 60%.
And does it come all at once, or do they meet it out to you over 20 years or something? Do you know? That's
a decision that I'm able to make.
You get to make it. So are you going to get it in a lump sum?
Absolutely.
All right. Now we want to talk about this because if you are ready, what do you do with that kind of money? Is there a bank you could put it in?
Certainly.
Really?
Sure.
And how much do they insure your money for in that bank? $250,000?
That is correct. But there are other investment vehicles that I could certainly...
Like?
Real estate, bonds, equities, derivatives. There's a plethora of investment vehicles that I could invest in. I'm very well capable of handling that type of money.
We believe you. We believe you, and so do you, don't you? In other words, as he spoke that to you, was he in the vortex or out? Yeah. So just in this short conversation, you went from someone who was not a vibrational match because it's something that you feel that you deserve or that you need and it would relieve burden, to someone who owns it, who feels it, who knows what to do with it. Just that much conversation shifted the vibration of your being significantly. Give us more. Now you're inside the vortex. The money is yours, and we want to say to you, it is. And if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would not nitpick the vehicle through which it will come or the timing through which it would come. We would just accept that it is done, that vibrationally speaking that it is done, and we would own it like you did just now. I'm perfectly capable, Abraham, of owning and handling and operating and funneling and divesting and banking and spending and leveraging and benefiting from and giving benefit to. I'm perfectly capable, you said, and we believe you. So now milk it more.
I would certainly love to go to graduate school, go to law school and business school, and
why?
To increase those investments.
So I will learn as I go.
Sure.
That's why we ask you if you really want it in a lump sum. Because what you just said to us is, I will find some education so that I will handle my money well. And so now give us more about that. Shore that up.
Well, I'm capable now, but as I increase my education, I'll be more sophisticated with respect to making investment decisions.
So I'll learn as I go.
Sure.
So here's a really significant question that we want to put back to you. And it's not a trick question, but the answer is really important to your vibration and to what comes next. So do you feel that you learn from life?
Absolutely.
So exposure to the situation, you'll learn from it.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to know everything before you jump into it. You can learn as you go.
I agree.
All of that's true, with this one caveat that's really worth thinking about. Until you feel it completely, the universe cannot give it to you. In other words, you have to complete one course before this magnificent abundance can start flowing. And that's the how to get in the vortex and stay there course. In other words, that's the only thing. All the other can come later and will. But there's one thing that you just can't get around. You can't say, well, make it happen and then I'll take the course on how to get in the vortex and stay there. Because if you don't get into the vortex and you don't claim, you don't make a conscious, chronic, every day, most all day claim to the vibration of the vortex, then it can't come. So that's one little piece that we can feel, that a lot of people, they'll say, well, when I get over there, then I'll figure it out. But with the vortex, it doesn't work that way. You got to get into the vortex, and then the vortex gives you everything that you need to figure it out as you go, you see. So do you believe in the validity of this vortex?
Absolutely.
Do you believe that you were and are source energy, even though you are in this physical body?
I do.
Do you believe that as you have been living this life, that you have made a very powerful claim to a veritable fortune?
I do.
And do you believe that it's queued up for you, that it's there with your name on it, that it's already assigned to your bank account, that it's there for you and no one can get it away from you?
I do.
Do you believe that there's no risk at all in this money that has been amassed for you? Do you believe that it is there risk-free?
I do.
And do you understand what the requirement is for you to make claim on your fortune?
No.